Hello again, everyone, and welcome to High Top Sports Network. Tonight, our presentation of Heritage Conference Boys Varsity Basketball Rivalry Game tonight here at the Wolves Den. Marion Center making the short journey here to West Shamokin as the Stingers and Wolves get ready to tip off here shortly. JV game went a little bit long, so that is why we were a little later coming on than the original 7:15 schedule. Josh Reckengost alongside Dave Hartman, the big guy, is back. Dave, welcome back, man. I know it's been a while, and I'm glad to have you here beside me today at the Wolves Den.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. It's been way too long, but, you know, things happen.
That's life for you, you know?
Yeah, unfortunately, but, hey.
We circle back around.
That's right.
You and I are sitting side by side here ready to do a game, and that's it's a lot of fun for me. I know I'm not going to speak for you, but I feel like it's fun for you sometimes.
Oh, yeah, I love it. Most of the time, yeah. If I'm not hanging out a window, we're good.
Yeah, no doubt. No, if you're not hanging out a window, that's very true. You've definitely hung out your fair share of windows for this company, so
yeah.
It is much appreciated. Got those starting lineups right there. Also on the network tonight, we got a doubleheader down in Freeport. The boys were taking on the North Catholic Trojans in the first half of the doubleheader, and then the girls right after that taking on Valley. So that is also on our network tonight. Dave and I right here, though, for the Wolves and Stingers. Stingers handed the Wolves one of their 3 losses on the year earlier this season by 5 points at Marion Center in Don Sainer Gymnasium. And Wolves looking to avenge it. They've been pretty hot ever since that loss to the Stingers. Opening tip-off here is Braden Rogers versus Camden Rogier, I believe. And Marion Center controls the opening tip, so we're underway here at the Wolves Den. 3 ball up from the wing. That one's going to be a little long. Rebounded there by Alex Talmadge. So the Stingers come away empty their first possession. Inside, Travis Johns probing, kicks it back out. Here's Talmadge trying to get in the lane. He's cut off. 3 ball from Johns, up from the wing. It's no good. And a good board there by Marion Center. Scoreless after 1 trip up and down for both teams. And we are going to get a foul on the floor there, it looks like, against West Shamokin.
Sorry, folks, I'm a little bit rusty here, but we'll get things going good.
Well, turnover there. Wolves coming the other way. No need to apologize, Dave. You're right on the money.
We're all right.
Talmadge tries to go up. He's fouled and nearly got that one to fall. Looked like it was going to be a clean block there, but then just a little bit too much contact. First one by Talmadge. In and out, no good. That foul going against number 10 for the Stingers, Ian Kutch. And Talmadge gets the second, so we've got a point on the board. 59 seconds into this game, West Shamokin a 1-0 lead. Wolves now in a man-to-man. 3 ball up from the corner, no good. That one a little bit short, popped out. And Easton Barrett ends up with the board. Get it ahead to Talmadge. Talmadge sees an opportunity there, misses. Jude Olinger has the ball go off of his fingertips, trying to pull down the offensive rebound. That one gets away from Olinger. Hand it back off there to Kutch. And a 3 ball up by Camden Rogier. No good. Rebounded by Jude Olinger. Up to Travis Johns. Johns left alone for a 3-ball, no good. Olinger offensive rebound. Gets it to Braden Rogers, pull-up jumper. He's fouled, and it doesn't drop. Braden Rogers' first shot of the game is no good, but he was fouled there by Cameron Pack. So Rogers will head to the line for a couple. And first one from Rogers up and good. A couple of free throws, all that's on the board so far here. 5:59 left, first quarter. Second one by Rogers, nothing but net. So as mentioned, the Wolves trying to avenge that early season loss here to the Stingers. 5-point loss at Marion Center back in December. And the pocket nearly picked by Talmadge, but turning around and recovering right there was Kutch. Ian Kutch with a nice shot there toward the baseline from the perimeter. Backdoor look. Olinger shot fake, gets his man off the ground, but a miss. And a rebounded there by Kutch.
I think he had too much time to think about that one.
Well, once you get your guy goes flying past you, sometimes you're like, oh, this is easy money. And
yeah.
it goes out of your hand a little bit. And then Olinger, give credit to the Stingers, though. There was good help defense coming. There's a drive by Rozier, and no good. Fighting for it is Johns, but rebounded by Marion Center. And the second chance for the Stingers, no good there, as Mason Desmond couldn't put down the offensive rebound. Turnover, steal by Rozier. He gives it off to Pack. Pack tries to give it back, deflected by the Wolves.
On the line.
Well, it came back to Pack right there, and his foot was on the baseline. I talked about this on Saturday. A kid got blocked, and the ball was kind of just floating over top of him, and he caught it and then landed out of bounds, and it's so hard. You get your shot blocked, and then you see the ball right in front of you. You want to grab it,
yeah,
but you end up going out of bounds. It's kind of what happened to Pack right there on that give and go. And a turnover there, another bad pass by the Wolves. Talmadge was looking for Braden Rogers, couldn't find him. Driving to the hoop, up and good. Nice take. Cameron Pack with the, Cameron Pack with the bucket there. Almost called him Tyler. There's a Tyler Pack on the team, and didn't want to call him by the wrong name there. But Cameron Pack, nice drive and finish. And now a 4-3 lead for the Stingers. You're watching High Top Sports Network, thanks to Phoenix Physical Therapy, Rural Valley, and, of course, Armstrong Indoor Athletics and Carson Boyer Funeral Home and Monuments, our game sponsors this evening. Dave, I was commenting whenever the Armstrong played Penn Hills on Friday night. I did that game, and they were doing, it was like the cheerleaders were doing the rival back handspring type things, going back and forth, and I thought, well, I said aloud, I wonder what would happen if I tried one of those. And it would result in a trip to the emergency room. No doubt about it. I think, physics being what it is, inertia of an object that is in motion stays in motion. I might have hit the floor and kept going, but it wouldn't have been pretty.
My problem would be just to get it
motion. Get it in motion. I'm telling you what, I always keep it, I always try to keep the camera on the girls when they're doing a routine, at timeouts or between the half, because they have to put in the work too. I mean, that's not easy stuff to get to learn. I mean, a back handspring, and you could do 15 in a row. Johns gets his man up, a block. Nice play by Kutch. Good defensive play there by the Stingers. And trying to turn it into points at the other end. And, Johns might have got away with one right there as Cameron Pack tried to go to the hoop, and a lot of contact. Johns now kicks it out. Talmadge gets into the lane. That one stripped. Good hands again by Kutch. He's been all over the place defensively.
Been a lot of turnovers both ways here tonight so far.
A bunch for the Wolves for sure. Bad passes and then getting into the lane, and I'll tell you what, good backdoor cut there. Up too strong, but Pack gets the offensive board, pulls a three, no good. And into the game is Aiden Osterling. And victimized right there by the old playground play by Camden Rozier. The ball's going out of bounds. Get that rebound and just fire it off the guy's legs.
Throw it off of them wherever you can.
And then you say, our ball.
Yeah.
It's our ball. (4-3) here in the first quarter. 3:53 left in the first. Trying that backdoor look there to Kutch, but Talmadge was able to get over there in time. Get a hand on it, and a foul on the floor here. I think they're going to get Anderson Fowler on the hold. And so the Stingers will inbound here under their own hoop. Well, off to the right or left a little bit, I guess, depending on what way you're looking at it. 3-ball up by Rozier, and it's good.
That was a pretty shot.
Man, we knew it was good from here,
Oh,
Dave.
yeah.
Had the perfect angle on it.
There was no doubt about that.
Silky on the 3-ball by Rozier. And Talmadge being guarded by Pack. Gets it over to Jaden Klanowski, a.k.a. Bubba, into the game. And Talmadge. Well, the Wolves not looking very crisp here on offense. That pass goes off the hand of Fowler. It's going to be an over and back. Another turnover here.
Wow.
By the Wolves, uncharacteristic in the first quarter. They do not look very sharp. And a couple more subs in here for West Shamokin head coach Judd McCullough. Oh, man. Osterling. Little clean out, little combination of losing his footing, too. Crossover there. Nice. Well, that was a good move to get free for the shot, but just missing it in there for the board. Easton Barrett had to fight for it, but a nice move to get free by Camden Rozier. And Johns going to the hoop, and a little Euro step by accident, I think. Johns able to finish that soft floater. And finally, the Wolves get a field goal. Been nothing but free throws. And a turnover there, stripped away. Rogers over to Johns. Johns pulls it back. Osterling going to pull a three, and that's no good, but the offensive rebound.
Nice put back. Corralled
by Rogers. And that'll give the Wolves a quick little 4-0 run. And tie this ball game up at 7 apiece. 2:18 left, first quarter. Talmadge getting ready to check back in. Driving, and Kutch had the ball poked away, but it goes right to Rozier in the corner, and he knocks it down. Another 3-ball by Camden Rozier, and he has 6 points to lead all scorers. And make it 10-7, Marion center here. In the first quarter, Rogers pulls it out. Rogers past his man, pull-up jumper. Rogers, no good, too strong. Olinger, offensive rebound, went for the power dribble, nearly had it stripped. Back to Rogers, good contest right there. Again, too strong. Off the back iron, Kutch got a hand up at the last second. Rogers contesting Rozier's shot, and the high arcer by Camden Rozier drops, and he's on fire right now.
Well, he is feeling it, too, and you can see it.
And he's got those high arcing shots. He's kind of falling away, and he puts it up over the top, just a rainbow. And getting him to drop for the Stingers now. So the Wolves went on a 4-0 run to tie it, Dave. And then a 5-0 run there by Marion Center to force Coach McCullough to take another timeout. I think there might be a smudge on that causing the autofocus to go in and out. I wish I had a rag or something. I don't know why I'm telling the folks out there this. There might be something on our camera lens. It's kind of causing the autofocus to go in and out, and I'm trying to.
Let me check my jacket here.
Dave, if you've got a microfiber towel, that would be great.
I'll guarantee not that.
You might. You got glasses.
Oh,
the canister is empty.
Be honest, that's the first I ever opened that.
That's funny.
Got it with my new glasses, and that's
you haven't taken the glasses off? All right, Dave, we'll find it, and maybe at halftime. No worries.
Yeah,
it's in focus right now, so.
I got nothing.
It's kind of been getting like blurry in and out. I think there must be something on the screen or something on the lens that does that. But back to the action. Out of the timeout. Let's see what the Wolves do here. Jump stop, nice dish down low. Barrett blocked though, and a good follow up by Olinger as Kutch came through and blocked Barrett's initial shot. And I'll tell you what. Kutch's hands all over the place, deflecting passes, getting steals, got a block right there. Used to hate playing against guys like that with the quick hands, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Can't see them. They're just like a blur. He's done a great job defensively for the Stingers. Trying to get into the lane, and it's Cameron Pack able to finish, and is that going to count for a three-point play? Well, Pack's going to the line. He says yes. Johns was saying that he tied the ball up for a jump ball, but
Men in Stripes called it different.
I mean, he walked all the way over here and said it very softly.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
Yeah.
Like,
usually they're yelling across the floor.
Well, that foul does go against Johns. Can't finish the three-point play. Olinger nearly and over the back right there. Loose ball tracked down by Rozier. He's tripled in the corner, and he turns it over. as Talmadge comes in for the steal, but a couple more points for the Stingers there on that trip down. So now a 5-point lead as we approach 30 seconds left in this first quarter. John spin dribble, gives it to Barrett. Barrett pump fake, trying to get around his man. He does, goes up with the left, too strong. Jude Olinger with about his 9th rebound here, make it 10 in the first quarter. He's blocked.
11.
Oh my goodness gracious. John's three ball top of the key, and it drops. Much needed there for the Wolves.
They definitely needed that to finish that.
Well, Jude Olinger all over the glass, working like a maniac down low. And give credit again to Marion Center. Good defense, blocking Olinger twice there. But John's Rozier three ball from the wing. It's no good, but he's fouled by Barrett. And they get Barrett for the foul at the buzzer. So that means 3 free throws for Camden Rozier and after time has expired here. So well, those are always the worst. I'll tell you what, even as an offensive player, when you draw them, you kind of got to go out there by yourself.
Yeah, you're in no man's land.
Yeah,
out
I
there.
really, that happened to me a couple times in my life, and I always kind of wanted to, hey, everybody, come on out. I know there's no time on the clock, but it makes you feel a little bit more comfortable. Rozier's first one is good. So make it 15-12 now. Stingers on top. End of the first quarter. Time has expired.
See, you made him think about that.
I'm telling you, I didn't like being out there by myself on these. Or like a technical or something. Well, he gets 2 out of 3. So make it 16-12. End of the first quarter. Dave and I will take a quick break. Thank one of our awesome sponsors here, Armstrong Indoor Athletics, the premier training facility in the region. Downtown Katanning, baseball and softball instruction, hitting lanes, cages. Well, you know what, Dave? The girls are coming out, so I always say we see the backs of them because we're kind of technically on the opposing side, but I've got a cousin out there on the squad this year.
You get the gist of it anyhow.
All right. Well, we're getting ready to come back for the second quarter now, so let's change that to a 2 on the scoreboard. Ba-boom. Well, West Shamokin not looking very crisp in that first quarter, Dave. As I said, a lot of turnovers, but for as bad as the Wolves played right there, they're still within 4 points, and they have the ball, so you got to look at the positives where you can find them.
Yeah, if you would definitely look at the stats of that, you would think the lead should be a lot bigger than 4 points with the amount of turnovers.
Rogers, nice dish to Olinger, and Rogers drew the attention of the Marion Center defense. Olinger with that cut back door. Now a 2-point game. Nice look by BR there in the paint. And that's something that he's gotten better at throughout the course of this year, is looking for teammates right there. I think the beginning of the season, he might have been able to, or might have just turned around and did a turnaround, pull that shot, but, oh man. Kutch was trying to pass that ball before he had control of it and nearly turned it over. Perimeter shot from the corner, another high arcer. This one drops from Mason Desmond.
That ball had some hang time.
I'll tell you what, Rozier and Desmond both with the high arcing rainmakers. I'm a fan.
Good thing it's not a low ceiling in here.
Whew. Well, Talmadge was in some trouble right there, and Rogers came to bail him out as Talmadge is able to find his teammate. And back to a 2-point lead for Marion Center. 3-ball up. That one off, and it goes off the hand of Rogers right out to Pack, and he shoots, and in and out. Boy, the Wolves got a break right there as that ball came back out cleanly to Cameron Pack, and he had a wide open shot at the top of the key. Just rattled in and out. Talmadge pull up at the free throw line, no good, and good fight in there by Barrett, but the ball comes out to Kutch. He's got a man down the court. That's Rozier. Euro step around a man, no good. And the rebound corralled by Talmadge. Talmadge pushing back up the court the other way. Talmadge Gets into the lane, tries to go up, and stripped away as he's falling to the floor. That was a nice defensive play by Desmond. And Talmadge, we've seen him use that move. Once he's got two guys, he tries to split them. Kind of a little euro and a scoop up with the left hand, but falling to the ground there was Desmond. Turnaround jumper, Rogers, good.
Oh, nice shot.
Well, that's his shot right there. He's worked on that shot probably more than any other in his arsenal. And he ties the ball game here at 18. Ball gets inside and missed. And Olinger tracks another rebound down. And Jude Olinger working hard on the glass. And I mean, here's where, I don't trust Huddle and I don't trust, junior varsity statisticians, because Olinger's had a lot of rebounds that he's had to tip around and fight for the bounce down and hit the ground. And, you don't want that to go to somebody else, or you don't want it to get called a team rebound, especially if you're the guy doing the work.
Yeah.
Talmadge has to dish it off to Olinger. He steps around him, man, and finishes. Talmadge was kind of caught in no man's land right there. The Wolves are on top for the first time, since the beginning of the first quarter, and Olinger on the floor forces the jump ball. And that's going to stay with Marion Center. 5:08 left here in the first half. 2-point lead for West Shamokin. I think they were down 7. That was the biggest deficit, 6 or 7.
Yeah, I believe 7.
Inbound here, Pack surveys, kicks it out. Got Kutch at the top of the key, guarded by Talmadge. Kutch kicks it to the corner. Rozier, he's got 10 to lead Marion Center, and a push by Rogers.
Wow.
They're going to get him for a foul, and Rogers does not like it.
Yeah, I don't think I agree with that call either.
Well, he needs to keep his mouth quiet right now because the ref's looking right at him.
Yeah.
Barrett checks out. Aiden Osterling checking back in for the Wolves. 5:01 left here, second quarter. Inbound to Kutch. Going baseline against Rogers, and they're going to get him again? He had his hands completely back. I don't know how you can get him with a hand check, but we'll see what it is. I don't know about that call.
Okay.
I mean, listen, if a ref makes a bad call, I don't care what team, we're here broadcasting in their venue or the away team or whatever. I don't care. When a bad call's a bad call. And that one was not a hand check since Rogers had both of his hands like this, completely back. I mean, you want to get him on the body, that's one thing.
Not unless he had another hand somewhere that we couldn't see from up here.
Well, knocked down 1 of 2 there, so Wolves still lead by a point. And Olinger in the corner there, gets it back out to Johns. And a 3-ball up from Talmadge, and he nails it from the corner. Good play by the Wolves there to work it around and then back to that corner. So 4-point lead now for West Shamokin. And 3-ball from Rozier. And I thought that was going down.
I did too.
The way that he followed through. Oh, man. Nearly a collision there between Johns and, that's a number 11. I'm going to say, I don't have an 11 on this roster. Josiah Bish, maybe? I don't know. Well, 4-point lead now, 23-19. Ball inbounded by the Wolves. Osterling going to pull the 3. Too long there. And rebounded by Pack. So here come the Stingers the other way. 4 minutes exactly on the clock. 3-ball up from the corner. That one's good. And that makes it 23-22 after that 3-pointer. And no good. Olinger with another offensive board, and it's going to say foul on the floor. Well, No, not a shooting foul there. As Olinger tried to corral that offensive rebound. He's got several offensive boards here in the first half. Got to get it in. Travis Johns finds Olinger, and he's hit. And a push there, and we'll get 2 shots. So Olinger draws a foul on Mason Desmond. So 1 point lead here. That is Desmond's second foul. Team foul number 3 in this quarter. Olinger, first one, good. And in and out, no good. Aiden Osterling gets the offensive rebound, kicks it out to Olinger. 3 ball from Talmadge. Count it! So big turn there for the Wolves as Alex Talmadge.
Oh, and he called the foul.
Well, there was hand on body contact there. That's the easiest foul for a ref to call right there.
Oh, yeah, it was right in front of him.
Well, one guy driving, the other guy coming over. Unless you're set and don't jump, or unless you're completely flat-footed and then jump up and get nothing but ball. I mean, it's very rare. You're going to get out of there as a defender without a foul. As Ferraro into the game, knocks down a free throw, make it a 4-point game now. And second one, no good. Johns with the rebound. So West Shamokin doing a good job on the glass. It's their own self-inflicted wounds have not allowed them to open up a bigger lead here. Rogers to the hoop, left-handed, goes up with the right and can't finish, but he'll be fouled. And so Rogers going to head to the line for a couple. Rogers with 8 so far in this game. And see the foul on
number 11 again.
Which I don't have an 11 on this roster. I'm going to have to go down and check the book at halftime. Rogers' first one up, no good. So Rogers, that's one thing. I'd like to ask Coach McCullough about the free throw shooting percentages. As Rogers hits that one, I think Rogers has gotten better as the years progressed. In the beginning of the year, he struggled quite a bit from the free throw line, but he's gotten better. And a nice move and finish there by Camden Rozier. He's up to 12. Kick to the corner. Osterling passes on the shot. Three-point game. Marion Center trails by 3. Cut off there was Johns. Oh, and that's going to be the 5th foul for the Stingers. So that means to the free throw line we go. Well, that's the 5th foul, and the official's pointing like it should be an under the hoop, out of bounds, and that's not the case. Shooting free throws.
1-on-1.
No, there's no more 1-on-1. It's over. They took that rule out, which is stupid, but.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, now they do it by quarter. And once you get to 5 fouls, it's just 2 free throws from there on out. Every foul is 2 free throws.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yes, it is, Dave. Yes, it is.
That's just dumb.
It takes away strategy. It takes away excitement. See, right there, Marion Center could have gotten that ball. There wouldn't have been a point on the board. If Johns makes the second one, I'm saying he wouldn't even have had an attempt.
Right.
You know, had the old rules been in play. But he does get a point. So right there you see why I dislike that rule. And if the PIAA ever watches any of my broadcasts, they hear about it. Well, another whistle, and they're going to call body foul there on Travis Johns. Nope, that was Olinger. So Olinger now has 2 to go along with his 7 points. So 29-25, and first one is up and good for me and Kutch. Making it 3-point game. And second one is good, so back to a 2-point game. with 2.5 minutes left here in the first half. And driving to the hoop, Rogers is fouled. So a lot of whistles in the second quarter, Dave.
Yeah. They got him warmed up now. Must have been a little too cold for him to blow in the first quarter.
Hey, man, you let that thing sit in your car. It's gonna,
oh, yeah.
It's gonna be cold when it hits your lips. And Rogers gets the first. Three-point game. 2:22 left. Rogers, second one, good. And a 4-point lead now for the Wolves. Stingers heading the other way. Pack gives it out to Kutch. Three ball from Pack on the wing there, no good. Tracked down by Aiden Osterling. So another board there for the Wolves. No second chance opportunity for the Stingers. Johns with the crossover free throw line jumper. No good. It bounces right to Aiden Osterling. He misses. That one tapped out again by Marion Center. Right to Rogers. He fires and it's good. So bad break there for the Stingers. 2 times it looked like Marion Center was going to get out of there with the defensive rebound, but both times bad bounces for the Stingers, and it ends up in the hand of Rogers. He knocks it down. He has 13 and a full timeout. So now, Dave, we're going to get a moment to thank one of our sponsors, Armstrong Indoor Athletics. You're watching High Top Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Armstrong Indoor Athletics, located at 132 South Grand Street Avenue in downtown Katanning, offers a state-of-the-art training facility and top-tier instruction by experienced coaches to help turn your youngster into the best baseball or softball player they can be. Batting cage and bullpen lane rentals are available for 30 to 60-minute sessions, and you can also sign your baseball or softball player up for private hitting, pitching, fielding, and catching instruction with our knowledgeable staff. Be sure to visit Armstrong Indoor Athletics online at aia.team or call them at 724-599-9761 for more information today.
And welcome back. Dave and I discussing the inventory of cameras here at High Top Sports Network. Some old, some new, some battered, some bruised. Dave's back to the old Canon here, as the PTZ that I have right now is being a little fidgety. Now I've just reset it, and it looks like it's doing okay, so maybe we'll have that for the second half.
I've been used to adjust on the move.
Hanging out windows.
Sometimes change cameras at
right.
halftime.
Or change cameras on the fly whenever like something freezes or whatnot. Oh, man, that was a walk there by Ferraro. I thought so, too, but it was a late whistle. Talmadge was tied up with him. I didn't know if they might call foul on Talmadge there, but
you never know the way they've been calling this quarter.
Well, you know, if you wore a red and gold outfit that said Chiefs on it, you'd get every call.
My.
That was ridiculous, as usual.
Yeah, I'm afraid it was.
I've got a 15-year-old son that thinks the NFL scripted. I said, it should take you at least 20 more years before you think it's all fixed. Nice dish by Talmadge, but Kanowski can't hang on to it. Oh, man, the left Kutch alone, and it won't fall. That one ends up being corralled by Rogers coming the other way. Rogers, spin move, fade away. Well, Kutch played great D right there, and I don't know if he got much of Rogers at all. That looked like a fair amount of ball there.
Yeah, from here it looked like all ball.
See, that's the thing. That's why fadeaways are so hard to guard, because a lot of guys, when they see the guy shooting the fadeaway go up, they jump.
Yeah.
And therefore the fadeaway gets space between the defender's hand and the ball. Right there, Kutch played it perfectly. He kept going. As Rogers went up, he kept going and then jumped toward him. And again, like I didn't see or hear much except hand-hitting ball there. So, but let's just say the officials are consistent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tough calls both ways. And Rogers knocks them both down.
That's why we're up here and not in the strike.
That's right. That's why we make the big bucks, Dave.
Well, that and you got to run, too. I ain't going to run.
Sit in our ivory tower up here and criticize. That one is short. Rozier wanted a foul call against Rogers, said he got knocked. 35-27. And Ferraro kicks it out. Shot from the baseline, no good. And Rogers out of there with the board, pushing it the other way. Rogers turns it over, knocked away from behind. Ferraro has it. And they slow it down right now. Mason Desmond screaming for that ball and getting his teammate to put the brakes on. And so now the Stingers look to hold for the final shot. Oh, hitting the floor hard was Johns. Kick it out, 3-ball up, and it's good. Big bucket there. That was Alec Brudnock. And John's going to have a shot from half court at the buzzer, and it's off left. But Brudnock, into the game, drills a big three right there before the end of the first half to cut the Wolves lead. Down to 5 points. Well, at halftime, it's going to be chuck-a-duck. Time for some duck chucking. Dave and I are going to take a little break here. And I see the Coach McCullough said that it was benefit night tonight, so Hoops for Hunger.
Yeah, I did see that on Facebook, actually.
Yeah. So we'll get you some information about the benefit being held here at West Shamokin. Obviously some basket raffles being used to raise some funds here for Hoops for Hunger, Dave. And my favorite part of every halftime coming up here, Chuck-a-Duck. Yes, exactly. I said that. Chucking of the Duckins. I like it. This guy knows how important it is.
Oh, yeah.
We'll chuck those ducks.
Chuck them. I like, there was a kid up here last game that I did here, Dave, that threw it from like behind me.
Oh, wow.
That's really chucking a duck right there. Oh, man. Getting close out there. Nope. That one's off. Oh, the blue.
The blue one's got in there pretty close.
Well, these ducks
There's
are
a lot of ducks out there.
These ducks are failing.
Oh.
Come on, duck. The blue is the closest one, I think, and
Yeah,
he's not that close. Somebody else got to have a duck here. Nope, everybody's standing duckless.
Bring out the tape measure.
Yeah, he has to because that blue one is probably the closest. But there's a green one and a red one down here. It's the blue.
Yep.
Number 85. You were on a roll,
Well, the ducks were chucked. Winner announced, and in about 8 minutes, Dave and I will be back for the second half here on High Top Sports Network. We'll take a quick break and thank some of our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Life doesn't slow down when the everyday aches and pains have you sidelined. So get back on the field sooner with the care of Olson Chiropractic. Dr. Ryan Olson and his staff treat a variety of conditions for patients of all ages. Don't jeopardize your quality of life and the moments along the way. Let Olson Chiropractic help you find the healthier, younger you. Call Olson Chiropractic at 724-548-1040 to schedule a consultation or see a full list of services online at olson-chiro.com.
Well, that's not the view you're going to get in the second half, folks. Sorry about that. We'll be right back.
Steffi's Country Catering prepares home-style made-from-scratch dishes that will have you convinced Mom made it. Whatever the occasion, Steffi's Country Catering will have you coming back for every event year-round. Find us on Facebook to place an order or to see our Sunday specials, or call 724-54-85047.
Armstrong Indoor Athletics, located at 132 South Grand Street Avenue in downtown Katanning, offers a state-of-the-art training facility and top-tier instruction by experienced coaches to help turn your youngster into the best baseball or softball player they can be. Batting cage and bullpen lane rentals are available for 30 to 60-minute sessions, and you can also sign your baseball or softball player up for private hitting, pitching, fielding, and catching instruction with our knowledgeable staff. Be sure to visit Armstrong Indoor Athletics online at aia.team or call them at 724-599-9761 for more information today.
Life doesn't slow down when the everyday aches and pains have you sidelined. So get back on the field sooner with the care of Olson Chiropractic. Dr. Ryan Olson and his staff treat a variety of conditions for patients of all ages. Don't jeopardize your quality of life and the moments along the way. Let Olson Chiropractic help you find the healthier, younger you. Call Olson Chiropractic at 724-548-1040 to schedule a consultation or see a full list of services online at olson-chiro.com.
Well, we've got the other camera here, just solidifying its. Whoop! Why did it reset? Oh.
I didn't touch
No,
anything.
I know you didn't. I know you didn't.
It just started moving.
Duct tape fixes everything. My
It
kids were
does.
little, I swear that's what they thought.
Oh, 100%. All right. I'll just drop it a little bit right there. There we go.
Wow,
Go-
that's a huge difference in
yeah.
picture.
Go back and forth, Dave. Hey, look at that. Looks about 1,000 times better. All right, Dave, do you want anything to drink? I'm going to run to the concession stand
No,
here.
I'm good.
Get myself some non-warm pop.
Let's hear it for Preston again.
All right, folks, new camera there for the second half. A better quality, I think you would say. Is that mine or yours?
That's not mine.
All right. And Dave and I will be back in about 4 minutes with the second half. Well, it was a basketball-related delay for me to come back for play-by-play. I saw the one and only Dave Sisson out there, and not escaping Coach Sisson without getting a couple words. He and I talked for a brief moment there, and I said, I'd love to stay and talk to you, Coach, but I'm broadcasting. He goes, oh, yeah, that's right, sorry. Back-to-back buckets. Rozier scores for the Stingers, and Talmadge got that bucket to open the scoring here in the second half for the Wolves. And Easton Barrett on the board there with a couple.
And those of you who have been joining us the whole game, you get a different view now.
Yeah, this camera is it's higher quality. It's a little newer, obviously, than the other one. Well, driving to the hoop hard there, and I got his name. It's Noah McCoy.
There you go.
Number 11. Yeah, I went down there and I told Coach, I said, I was using your roster off Max Preps. He goes, I don't know how accurate that was. I said, actually, it was accurate all the way through except for number 11, Noah McCoy. So now we know that it's Noah. He has 5 points.
Well, at least it was the right year on there.
Yes, tell me about it. When I had Penn Hills, their roster wasn't anywhere to be found. I mean, nowhere to be found.
We did a football game one time recently that was like that, too. It had last year's.
Well, Penn Hills basketball, not on whippeal.org, not on Max Preps. Well, they did have one on Max Preps. I believe it's an all-time roster. There's like 70 guys on it.
Oh, jeez.
Or all-time since Max Preps started. And Talmadge, and he has that one stripped away by McCoy. So a steal there. Get it ahead to Kutch. He goes up, misses. Good rebound by McCoy, though. Kicks it out. Pack. Oh, man, a lot of steps right there, but no call. Pack up and missing the shot. Talmadge with the rebound. Gets it ahead to Johns. Johns has Osterling ahead of the pack. Osterling gets it. Well, he tried to get it underneath to Olinger. And unable to. Rozier up with the right hand on the left side. No good. And now Rogers tracks down that board. So getting a little sloppy.
Yes, it was. I mean, it's getting sloppy both ways.
I made them extra sloppy for you. Third quarter here, 39-34. Wolves on top.
Oh, nice look inside.
And a bucket. Yes, sirree. Good look indeed, Dave. Bucket by Olinger. He's got 9. And, Jude's one of those players that as long as he stays out of foul troubles, Rozier takes it hard to the rack over Olinger and finishes. Rozier now with 16. He's got one more than Rogers. That leads all scorers here in the third quarter. 5:30 left in the third. Now Johns gets to the hoop, goes up and finishes through contact. And a chance for a three-point play here as Travis Johns used his body to shield himself from Brudnock. And Brudnock will have the foul called. That is his first. And a big bucket there for the Wolves. And Johns cannot finish the three-point play, so 43-36 is our score. Dave Hartman and Josh Reckenrust here with you. He's Dave, I'm Josh. Inside, nice look, but a contested shot there and missed. That was a good look to find Colin Sacco, the sophomore, in the middle. Johns three-ball top of the key, just a little bit short. And rebounded by Sacco, and the Stingers will come the other way with 4:45 left in the third quarter. And Olinger, and it's a charge by Jude, taken by Jude Olinger.
Well, he's been getting beat up the second half underneath.
If you've ever watched any of the Olingers play basketball, they kind of enjoy that stuff. They take a beating. John's dribbling around Ferraro there. And John's going to try and take it again. He's cut off, gives it to Olinger. Olinger kicks it back out to Talmadge. Talmadge into the lane. Nowhere to go there. Rogers long three. It's too long. And the rebound comes out to Pack. He'll push it the other way. Still a 7-point advantage for the Wolves as Pack gets into the lane and scores.
Wow.
And now down to 5, and Coach McCullough's going to take a full timeout for West Shamokin. So I'm not really sure that Coach McCullough likes the flow of this game all that much.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of benefiting Marion Center, to be quite honest. It looks like they are more of a rebound, turn it up the court type team. And it's not that the Wolves can't hang with that or can't do it themselves. It's just I don't think they're getting the quality of shot looks that Coach McCullough is really.
They're more of a set to play and run it than just run and gun it.
I mean, I feel like if you ask Coach McCullough, he'd say there's a time for it. There's a time and a place for it. If you see an advantage, if you see an opportunity with numbers, then go ahead and push it.
Just not the whole game.
But just not back and forth, back and forth. So, as I was saying that halftime there with a couple minutes left, I ran out to try and get a drink, and I ran into Coach Dave Sisson, formerly Coach Katanning, coach down at Plum. Just a brilliant basketball mind, and it's kind of ironic that I ran into him because last week Wayne Greiser and I did a Freeport doubleheader. Wayne graduated high school from Freeport the same year I graduated from Katanning back in the mid to the late 90s, 1996. And Wayne and I played basketball against each other, but his head coach, Gary Davies, and Coach Sisson ran an Armstrong County basketball day camp in the summertime for youngsters all the way up through high school, and it was an awesome, awesome camp. That cut to Rogers. Talmadge finds him, so out of the timeout, West Shamokin gets an easy hoop. But I told Coach Sisson, I said, looking back on it now as an adult, a nice answer right there by Marion Center as Rozier gets his 18th points, 17th and 18th points of the game. Rogers, spin move in the paint. It drops. And Braden Rogers and Camden Rozier going bucket for bucket right now. Rogers 19, Rozier 18, 3-ball from the corner, no good. Sackett with the board, he goes up, and he'll be fouled. And they got Barrett on that one. And Barrett.
He couldn't have got his hands any higher in the air.
Well, he was trying to stand straight up. And give credit to Sacco getting in there between two Wolves and hauling down that rebound. Just to finish my thought, I said that Coach Sisson, looking back at it now as an adult, we're really blessed to have a camp of that quality here at Armstrong County. You know, he was bringing guys up from Pitt and Duquesne and coaches from all over. You know, he and Coach Davies really did a great job, and that's something that I'm very happy that I got to experience as a young hooper in this area. Over the back, I think, on Rozier. And that'll be foul number 2 for Camden Rozier. He's having a nice game tonight, 18 points. You know, hoops is not the dominant sport here in Armstrong County. I would say football.
Yeah.
Just by a nose. Not really. But you figure football probably, I don't know, I'd say basketball's maybe second or third. Wrestling's a big sport here. Talmadge 3-ball, no good, too long. I mean, back when I was growing up, baseball was bigger than basketball, but that might not be the case anymore. Oh, just trying to toss it up. There was Kutch, and he got caught in midair and nowhere to go. Pull up Rogers, too strong, and rebounded by Kutch, and back and forth they go. And a bucket there by Kutch. Make it a 4-point game now. Wolves in the lead, 2:34 left, but Marion Center charging. Right now, Johns into the lane. Osterling looks down, checks the 3-point line, no good. Olinger in there, somehow grabs the board and fires it off of Ferraro. Jude Olinger, just an absolute monster on the offensive glass tonight.
Wow, he looked like a ballerina there. He was on his toes.
I'll tell you what, he tipped that ball to himself, looked down, saw the line, and then turned and fired it off of Ferraro, and that's a heck of a play by Jude Olinger. Right now, we got a full timeout taken by Marion Center, so we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back.
Armstrong Indoor Athletics, located at 132 South Grand Street Avenue in downtown Katanning, offers a state-of-the-art training facility and top-tier instruction by experienced coaches to help turn your youngster into the best baseball or softball player they can be. Batting cage and bullpen lane rentals are available for 30 to 60-minute sessions, and you can also sign your baseball or softball player up for private hitting, pitching, fielding, and be sure to visit Armstrong Indoor Athletics online at aia.team or call them at 724-599-9761 for more information today.
That's not the right camera, Dave.
No.
Whee! There we go. Well, you know, it's always a fun time. I have fun. Well, Johns nearly took a step right there, and not allowed to do that on an inbound. Rogers being guarded by McCoy. Rogers up over McCoy, off glass. Tough shot, leaning angle right there as Rogers scores, make it 49-43. Wolves on top. Whoops. That one blocked right there, and Rozier, not a fan of that call whatsoever.
I'm not going to say anything. I'll just keep my mouth shut and move the camera.
You know, sometimes you get those calls and it's like, how is that physically possible?
Yeah, when it was a
ball,
blocked shot.
When it's a blocked shot, I did not see him touch the ball again.
And
Did
then
you?
and then he calls little tippy ones like that.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get it. Guess that's why I'm not a referee.
It's a thankless job. Listen,
I would never want to do it.
I feel bad for those guys in a lot of
Absolutely.
a lot of instances. Inbound here by Johns. Well, that helped the sound a little bit there, Dave. I don't know if you're getting it better now, but I bumped a wire, moving this camera. Rogers 3-ball up from the top of the key, no good, and Rozier tracks it down. I think I got too many wires crossed here. Both in life and on this setup. Kutch, and that one partially deflected by Osterling. Tried to save it, did Ferraro, and they got it back in, but pushing it forward. And off the fingertips of Rogers, out of bounds. So an eventful third quarter here. Emotions running high in this one.
Like a backyard brawl.
I like it. Kind of is a backyard brawl, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, these teams are not separated by very much distance, that's for sure. Marion Center, what would you say, about 12 minutes up the road?
Yeah, it's not very far.
It's not very far. It's like those old Katanning Ford City games, Dave.
Yep.
I think they were even closer.
4 miles.
4 miles, but, you know, on game night, it might take you more than 12 minutes to get between them. The fields.
It'd take you longer than that just to walk from your car to get to
where
you were going.
No doubt about that. I'll tell you what, the fields weren't necessarily in great places at either town, too, you know, in terms of, like, in and out and good traffic flow. So 49-44 now. Wolves on top. Final minute of play here in the third. And a turnover there as Johns ends up on the floor. McCoy over to Pack. He hits the brakes and he scores. Big bucket there by the Stingers. 30 seconds left. Inbound. Johns brings it up the court. Johns surveys, goes baseline, drops it off to Olinger. Olinger gets a man up in the air, and Kutch comes down on top of him. So Olinger going to go to the line. Well, somebody's losing their voice over there. A very hoarse scream.
Yeah, it was.
Ooh.
That's 4 fouls on Kutch still.
Well, Kutch has been, you know, Rozier's scoring the points, but Kutch has been everywhere, like doing everything. You know, he has 7 of his own. but just the rebounding, the defense, and handling the ball as well. Kutch has been a big asset so far for Marion Center tonight. You'd hate to have him foul out. Now, they got him. No, they do have him with 4, Dave. You're right.
Yeah, that was 4.
So, Rozier.
Yeah, the referee even come over and checked at the scoring table.
That's duct tape. That's what I'm duct taping. So, we're getting an explanation. I don't know what it is or what it means, but something's happening. And Olinger converts. He got 1 free throw? Or he missed the first one? What happened there? Did he take 2 free throws?
I don't know.
Oh, 3 ball up in the quarter. Rozier answers. And a 1-point game now. Make it 50-49. Rogers trying to answer. Rozier, and he does!
Oh, what a shot.
Final 10 seconds. BR knocks down the 3. And that one's going to be off after the buzzer.
No, it was after the buzzer.
Definitely in his hand when the buzzer went off.
Yeah. No, that was no shot.
Well, I'm glad that the officials came to an agreement, because if they ask us to go back and watch the video, I'm going to walk out of here.
Yeah.
It's happened before. I've had people come over and be like, "Show me the video." I'm like, "I can't."
Yeah. We can't rewind.
The only thing is the stream is on a delay, so I would be able to like just pull up the stream and be like, "Here you go." But I'm not telling them that.
Yeah, we have everybody asking for that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not trying to make friends or enemies. Well, I always want to make friends, but not enemies, that's for sure. So a couple of big buckets there at the end of the third quarter. One by Rozier and then one by Rogers to answer Rozier with that 3. And we got a 4-point game. So I don't know what happened, Dave. I was looking at my computer. Did Olinger shoot 2 free throws?
I only saw him shoot 1. Now, my attention span might have been completely out of whack, but I saw him shoot 1.
Oh, man. Because he should have gotten 2, obviously. He got fouled.
Yeah.
Didn't make the bucket.
Maybe he did, and I just
maybe
completely spaced out. I have no idea.
All I know is I was looking.
I did see 1.
Yeah, I saw the 1. I was looking at my computer, and then I saw him shoot the second one. I guess it was the second one. But I never saw or heard the first, and then there was that delay of game thing going on, and, the refs coming over to talk to the coaches, and I didn't know if he got both free throws. Ferraro gets into the paint. Olinger tried to take another charge there. And Cameron Pack knocks it down. Big bucket, makes it a 2-point game.
Yeah, it was a good effort, but they weren't going to call a charge on that one.
I'd be surprised if they call any in this fourth quarter. Oh, Talmadge. Oh, and Johns ends up with the ball as he was trying to save it, and Talmadge looked like he had a lane to kind of just grab that ball and go through, but 53-51, Wolves up by 2. And that shot, well, Johns misses, but they're going to say he got fouled. So Johns to the free throw line. And Johns gets them both. Pack hangs and misses as Olinger's on the floor again. On that ball, deflected, but Talmadge ends up with it. And Talmadge going left, hits the brakes, hands off to BR. And a shot is good. Braden Rogers in takeover mode right now, 26 points to lead all scorers And a drive there, too strong by McCoy. He goes back up with his own rebound, no good. Osterling tracks it down in the corner and gets it to Olinger. And from behind, nearly stripped away by McCoy. Johns gets it ahead. Here's Britt Rogers. He swings it to Olinger. He can't hang on. The ball's still loose. Ferraro. And they're going to get a foul on Olinger, I think.
No, I think they're going to call it out of bounds.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I thought from up here, it looked like he stepped on the line before as he was trying to throw it back in. Wow, I can't believe I saw that.
I can't believe you did either. For never having opened your glasses container one time. And Rogers has that ball knocked away from him. And Rogers got Olinger underneath again, and Olinger misses the ball once more. Olinger a little guilty of trying to go before you had, both times I think right there. Jude was a little bit trigger happy, if you want to call it that. He was ready to go up with the ball before he had it. So 57-51, 6 minutes and 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Good game, Heritage Conference boys varsity basketball on High Top Sports Network. McCoy back out to Kutch. Kutch into the lane, fires it up, no good. Olinger fighting with, they got Pack with a foul. So Pack going to pick up a foul there. That's number 2 on him, as he and Olinger were scrapping for that ball. Well, Olinger gets the inbound there from Johns, back to Johns, and he walks it up. Approaching 6 minutes left in this one. Rogers has been very, very good here in the last 5 minutes. Fall away, nails it!
Wow!
Unbelievable. Rogers is on fire. He's got 28, and they've all been big buckets here the last 4 or 5. And Olinger wrestles the ball away, and he got a jump ball. The possession arrow is going to stay with Marion Center. Well, I've given BR player of the game twice now. It's very hard to not give him player of the game in this one if they hang on. Crossover, Rozier, nice move to get free, but he misses off the back iron right there. And a 3-ball from Pack, no good. Box out, Rogers with the board. And 5.5 left now in the fourth quarter. Rogers ahead to Johns. Fakes a 3, doesn't take it. Johns in trouble, picked up the dribble, gets it back out to Rogers. Rogers now. And we're going to reset it here. Oh, Johns in the lane goes up strong, and Pack took the contact. Johns too strong on the shot. Here comes Kutch, and he's blocked by Osterling, but a foul called. Osterling going to get hit with a foul right there. So that will send Ian Kutch to the line. Kutch puts the second one up, and it's good. So 59-52 now after Kutch gets 1 of 2 from the line. Five minutes remaining. Oh, and that was Brudnock with the reach-in foul there against Rogers, and now Marion Center with their third team foul in the quarter. Alec Brudnock, that is his second. Rogers being guarded by Brudnock. Turn around, feeling it is Braden Rogers. Nothing to net there, and the contact. And Rogers, I think he's made 6 in a row, Dave.
Yeah. What more can you say? I mean, wow.
Well, I said he was going into takeover mode, and that was not an understatement. What a big bucket there by Rogers, looking to make it a 10-point lead if he can convert the three-point play. Free throw up by Rogers. It's good. And a 10-point advantage for the Wolves. And John smacks that one away. Out of bounds, off the official. Under 5 minutes to play. Here's Kutch, handoff Cameron Pack. And a deep three there by Kutch, no good. Rebounded by Osterling. Over the top. Well, I guess that was McCoy. That was McCoy on the other side. Sorry about that. Rogers three ball. Oh, just out back rim. No good. And Cameron Pack coming the other way. Rogers hustling back, and Pack goes up. No, too strong. Rogers with the rebound, pushes it forward. That one nearly stolen away by Kutch as he was playing back behind. Travis Johns right there, able to come over and knock it out of bounds. 4:20 left. Johns inbound there to Talmadge. Just about halfway through this fourth quarter. Olinger, top of the key. Olinger with 10. Here's Talmadge, three ball. That one's off. And fighting for it is Osterling, and he ends up with it, and Brudnock comes down on top of him. So Osterling, good position on the box out there. And Brudnock trying to get up higher and tip it to himself, but he ends up coming down on Osterling. Osterling goes to the line. That's the fifth foul on the Stingers here in the fourth quarter. So for the rest of the 4 minutes and 3 seconds of this fourth quarter, every foul will send the Wolves to the line for a pair. First one up by Osterling. That's good.
First point of the game for him.
Well, he's been doing a good job defensively, coming in there, working hard on the rebounding as well, but he's taken a couple threes that have been off. I don't really recall him shooting otherwise. And second one is good by Osterling. So now a 12-point lead for the Wolves. Here in the fourth quarter, exactly 4 minutes left, halfway through this fourth quarter. Rozier into the lane, guarded by Rogers. Rozier up strong, and that one's off Pack and out of bounds. And so the Wolves catch a break right there because I thought Talmadge whacked Pack there.
Oh, yeah, he was over the back there without a doubt.
And he definitely, I don't think he touched the ball at all.
No. Like you said, consistency.
Yeah, consistency. Talmadge got Johns by himself on the wing, poked away from behind by Pack, and it goes off of Mason Desmond. You know, there was an NBA player named Desmond Mason. Did you know that?
No. Did not.
This guy here in Marion Center is Mason Desmond.
Not an NBA guy.
Not surprised. There he is. Milwaukee Bucks legend. That's what they call him. Kutch up too strong. Rogers fights for the board with Pack, and Rogers on the floor got landed on by Brudnock, but going to be a jump ball, and it's going the way of West Shamokin. I did this one other game that we broadcasted and Marion Center was on. I wanted to see Desmond Mason's career statistics. He's from Waxahachie, Texas. And the inbound. Johns puts on the brakes, gives it to Easton Barrett. Barrett kicks it out. Rogers thought about a three, doesn't take it. Rogers into the paint, drops it off. Jude Olinger up, too strong. Barrett rebound. Barrett misses. Barrett
wow, a lot of hacking underneath.
Corral's own rebound. That ball goes off of Rozier's foot. He stops, gains it, gets over to McCoy. No good. Rogers skies, gets the rebound. Rogers loses the ball. Barrett ends up with it. Barrett brought down.
Boy.
Ankle tackle there to save a touchdown.
I think these guys want to get home to supper.
I mean, I don't know. They're not blowing the whistle at
Wow.
all. Oh, there's a whistle.
You're going to call a technical
yeah,
on the coach.
he's
You
gonna
could give him a
tagged.
warning.
He's walking. So that's a warning right there on Marion Center. Listen,
You can't blame the man.
man, not at all. Not at all. It's tough. I mean, you see this stuff go on, and, you're getting these ticky-tack fouls early in the game, and then all of a sudden it's nothing. There's no fouls at all, and it's just absolute battery out there.
Oh,
on the
yeah.
court.
It's street ball at its finest.
Coach Paul Hafera just not pleased at all, walking it off, or trying to at least. I mean, he's got a pretty disgusted look on his face, and I don't blame him whatsoever. He got warned, though, so it's a thin line.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, listen, this is 3 minutes left, 2:53 on the clock here, on the game clock in regulation. And it's not like, that pass inbounded, open. Rogers up for the jam, and Braden Rogers with the exclamation point gives the Wolves a 14-point lead. 3-ball no good from Pack, and Kutch with the rebound, free throw line jumper, banks it home. What I was saying there before that inbound, and Rogers with the dunk that brought the house down there momentarily. It's not like Marion Center couldn't fill it up here and score those 12 points in 2 minutes and
Oh, absolutely.
50-some seconds, now down to 2:28.
We're going to shoot some more.
Well, that's every foul now. And John's going to go to the line. And Johns hits the first. 13-point lead for the Wolves, 2:28 left. And Johns doesn't get the second, rattled around and out. And Kutch. That was McCoy, sorry. They both have very dark hair and similar builds, so. I don't know what the call was there.
I don't.
They say West Shamokin stepped out of bounds.
I believe so. I couldn't see what the call was there.
Well, you saw this one down here through all kinds of traffic.
Yeah. I must have had a clear lane for that one.
Apparently.
Because this one I sure didn't.
Hey, sometimes the sight vision opens up, you get that tunnel. 13-point lead, Wolves over the Stingers right now, inbound. Marion Center with the ball. Rogier driving, goes reverse, and a nice move by Camden Rogier. He's got 23. And some pressure here by the Stingers. Johns will just dribble it up. An 11-point game, and Barrett's going to be fouled by Brudnock, and Brudnock incredulous after that call.
That should be 4 for him now.
Yeah, and Barrett on the line here. He's going to shoot. Barrett has 4 fouls. He's in there with 4, and only a couple of points for Easton in this game. And first one is good from the free throw line, so the Wolves done a good job here in the second half knocking those free throws down. Well, good scoring balance for the Wolves so far in this one. 33 by Rogers. And no good. Jude Ollinger, another offensive rebound, and he scores on the putback. Jude Ollinger, the offensive rebound machine in this game. McCoy no good, and he rebounds on the defensive end. Jude Ollinger picks up another one. He's got to have 15 rebounds in this game. I mean, he's got it. I'm going to be interested in the stats, and if they're anywhere short of 13, I'm going to have to go back through the tape and do it myself because Jude deserves it. Oh, Pack.
How was that not a walk?
Okay. It's a walk. Well, Pack, he got the ball and he tried, it was like the old running back play. You try to get your guy back here and push him off. Now you got to dribble. And that one goes.
What cracks me up is the guy that couldn't see through through his back blew the whistle.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
And the one staring right out that didn't even Nah, he's like, I'm not blowing it.
Maybe they just know each other so well that
I don't know.
that he knew that was going to get called. Johns in with a nice finish. Travis Johns, he's got 14 now. Or excuse me, he's got 13 now. And Barrett lands on top of Pack. And Pack is not happy. Barrett tried to say I didn't mean it. Pack just shoved him out of the way. Oh, no, they give that to Talmadge? No, Talmadge saves Easton Barrett a foul out there. Inbound here. McCoy pulls the three. No good. Back iron. Kutch tracks it down. Swing it to Ferraro. He tries to go left to Ferraro.
Oh!
Well, now, is that
Ouch.
Oh, is that Jude took it like that? Oh, Jude's up.
Yeah, he smacked his forehead off the floor.
Well, Jude doesn't want to come out, trust me. He hit his head hard one game, and he wouldn't wait for the trainer to get over to him. He just got up. And Olinger sits down. He's had a heck of a game tonight. Double-double for Jude Olinger. Certainly a double-double, I would say.
Oh, it would have to be.
And drop it inside, and Ferraro's going to be fouled by Barrett, and that's it for Easton. He's going to have to take the long walk to the bench. 5 fouls for Easton Barrett. He's gone. 1:10 left. 16-point lead for West Shamokin. Final 70 seconds of regulation here. Barrett, it's a nice round of applause as he sits down. And Ferraro can't hit the first. Second one is up. No good. Short, and Rogers has it taken away by Pack. Rogers jumps, and he's going to be hit with the foul call right there. It's going to be a second as he comes down on top of Pack. Well, that's about the only mistake that Rogers has made so far in this game, Dave.
I can't believe they called that with a minute left, too.
I mean, he was trying so hard not to come down on Pack, but he did. And
they were letting street ball go.
Yeah, really. I mean, it
10
was,
minutes ago.
Seriously, it looked like, Grand Theft Auto out there and just punching people. Rogers dishes it off. Johns lays it in, and T. Johns up to 15. Rogers, another nice dish. Oh, and a whistle, and that one's going the other way. Out of bounds. Subs coming in. VR gets a standing ovation from his side. And from the Wolves faithful on the other side here. I don't know what Travis Johns just said, but it sounded like chopped cheese. Marshall into the corner. There's Fowler. And a foul there on, well, that's McCoy. And
that's 5 for him.
Yeah, he knew that was number 5, so he walks down, takes a seat on the bench. 74-58. Here in the fourth quarter, 29.8 seconds left. Free throw up and good. And second one, no good. So make it 75-58. Coach McCullough says don't foul. Rebounded. And out of there with it, the crossover. Oh, layup is good.
I didn't think he was going to take it.
I didn't think so either. I don't think Coach McCullough really wanted him to, to be quite honest. And ball on the baseline there. 1.7 seconds left. And and all the Wolves need to do right now is inbound. And avenging the loss from earlier in the season, West Shamokin 77, Marion Center 58, a huge game from Rogers. But good distribution of the scoring wealth today by West Shamokin, 77 points. That's a bunch. We had Johns in double figures, Olinger in double figures. I don't know if Talmadge got there, but I think he had 9 the last time I looked up at the board. So,
yeah, and for a game that started out pretty sloppy for them, they really brought things together.
Well, I'll tell you what, give credit to Marion Center. They were matching the Wolves blow for blow there for quite a bit until Rogers just went ballistic and knocked down 5 or 6 shots in a row, and they were all seemed to be answers to what Marion Center was doing. You know, they'd hit a 3, he'd hit a 3. They'd miss, he'd hit a 2. They'd hit a 2, he'd hit a 2. You know, it was really an overwhelming performance there. Yeah, that's good. So, Coach McCullough thinking the same way I was. You know, I love VR, and I'd love to give him player of the game every game, and he certainly deserved it for this game. But you know what? Travis Johns is going to be our Phoenix Physical Therapy Rural Valley player of the game tonight. Recover, recharge, and rise to new heights after an injury with Phoenix Physical Therapy. Director Brian Brooks. Very caring and just a great bedside manner. I tell this story often on the broadcast. I walked in one day to talk to him, you know, about upcoming sponsorship, and he was working with a patient. And I said, I can come back. I give you a little time or anything. He said, no, that's fine. And I mean, he was, you know, given this older woman. He was working the neck, shoulder area, and I'm telling you what, he was very. His voice was very soothing to her and to me. And I told him afterwards, I said, that was really impressive how you were able to handle my conversation while working with a patient like that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of focus.
It takes a lot of focus, and it also takes a level of experience that I don't think you're going to get in a lot of places. So make sure to check out Phoenix Physical Therapy, Katanning and Rural Valley. Rural Valley, you know, helps sponsor West Shamokin. Katanning, obviously, does sponsorship for Armstrong. See my buddy Melvin Rogers there taking off. See you, Melvin. Waiting for Coach McCullough and Travis Johns after the game here, Dave. So, Dave, welcome back, buddy.
I'm glad to be back.
Great to have you back, man. It was a long time coming. I'm glad it finally, the stars, the planets, whatever you want to say, aligned and you're back. Doing some work here for High Top Sports Network. We missed you, but your first basketball game of the year.
Was a good one.
It was a great one and a rivalry game at that. You know, you got these teams that are, you know, just a few miles apart, and it's always been a big rivalry here between West Shamokin and Marion Center since West Shamokin left the WPIAL and joined the Heritage Conference. Marion Center, a longtime member of the Heritage Conference. So, I mean, it's been pretty cool the way this rivalry has kind of bubbled up and grown over the years, you know, in every sport really, but especially here basketball and then baseball and softball obviously too. You know, some good teams going at it, but on the basketball court, I think you got two programs, you know, that are well coached, well run, and they execute, and that's why you saw today. It turned into a track meet, and I said on the broadcast that I don't think that's what Coach McCullough wanted all that much because, you know, Marion Center is not overwhelming. You look at their roster, and it's like, well, they don't have any guys over 6'3".
But you know, they can run.
They can run, and they can move the ball, and they play great defense tonight.
Yes.
I thought they forced the Wolves into a bevy of turnovers, turnovers that West Shamokin usually doesn't make. I mean, they were poking the ball out. They were blocking shots. They were getting just straight-up steals with their anticipation, and that's a testament to Coach Farah and his philosophy. Use that defense to turn it into offense, and that's something the Wolves do very well. But they had it done to them tonight for quite a bit there in the first half, Dave.
Yeah, and I mean the final score, you would have never thought that the way this game was going. It was anybody's game really until midway through the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it took Braden Rogers going into, as I call it, a takeover mode there late in the third quarter, early in the fourth quarter. I mean, Rogers just. Oh, wow, he's having quite a year. He's having quite a year for the Wolves. I mean, he's led the county in scoring since day one. I don't think there's anybody even close to him, to be quite honest, in terms of points per game. And again, he puts up 33 here tonight, and I thought he did a great job of passing on some shots tonight.
Yeah,
I thought
absolutely.
he found some cutters underneath. He found Olinger a couple times underneath. He found Osterling once underneath, and it was a really good job by BR to be more of an all-around leader than an actual just a straight scorer.
Yeah, that shows a lot of character there. He's not a ball hog by any means.
No, and his shots that he took, especially in the second half, that fadeaway is just about impossible to guard. You saw Kutch guard it very well one time here, but in the second half, nobody even getting close to Rogers as he was able to elevate and get that ball up and over the Marion Center defense, and he just was knocking them down. I mean, those are jump shots. They're not layups. And he was extremely, extremely hot from the field tonight. That helped key this victory. But our player of the game, once he comes out of the locker room here, Travis Johns, I would describe him as a little bit mental, which I love.
You got to have a player like that.
He's got a little. I don't know if it's necessarily a screw loose, maybe a crack, in the engine block. But he's hilarious. I love the kid. I've talked to him numerous times, off the court and during golf. He plays for the Wolves defending District 6 champion golf team. And, he's got a great sense of humor. I want to ask him if he yelled chopped cheese down here because that's exactly what it sounded like.
I heard something, but I couldn't make it out.
And also, during the girls' games, he's like kind of the leader of the student section over there, whereas Lou Swartz was kind of the leader last year. Now it's Travis Johns. And I'll tell you what, he has this chicken. It was a rubber chicken last year, just like a regular, normal-looking rubber chicken. Now it's like this big, pink, purple monstrosity. And I have a photo of him. He's talking to it like a telephone. He's like talking into it.
Oh, jeez.
And I stopped him after a game one day. I go, Travis, what's up with the chicken? He goes, I really don't know. It's kind of a thing that we took it to a game. The other team didn't like it. And I kept shaking it at them. And then I lost that chicken. So I had to go get another one.
Oh.
And so he was at Spencer's Gifts, and he got this just ridiculous one now. But Coach Judd McCullough joining us right now on the postgame. Dave, can you throw the headset over here?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Coach McCullough.
Did Travis already come up?
No, he did not, and I was
Okay.
telling stories about him, so he has to come up. He has to come up here and answer about some things. But Coach, great win, avenged an early season loss here, but didn't start out the way you liked it. I know that I could tell from the quick timeouts, and also, you guys were kind of not playing your game. They were forcing you into some things defensively that I don't think you liked. But you got it settled and ended up coming out with a victory.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a typical game that we play against them. I mean, it's usually 30-something, 40-something, or 40-something, 50-something. We know each other so well, but it was a very up-tempo game. Man, do I give Marion Center just a tremendous amount of credit. And what's beautiful about this is we have legitimately become a healthy rivalry.
Yeah.
And that's something that in the WIPUL we didn't quite have. And it's really one of the things that's awesome about the Heritage Conference, and I appreciate the heck out of Marion Center, their whole group. I mean, man, they're taking years off of my life trying to find ways to guard them. It took a real big boy effort there in the second half to come out on top because they have some players over there.
Coach, I'll tell you what, you must say, people are going to think you're feeding me notes before the broadcast because you said exactly what I did about the rivalry, about how it's become such a thing since you guys have joined the Heritage and left the WIPUL, and really it's become, a community-type thing, especially on the basketball court. But tonight I saw a couple things out of you guys that I haven't really seen before that I thought were real positives as we get towards the close of the season here. One, sharing the ball very well tonight, your distribution and scoring well. Obviously, BR went off there in the second half. You had three other guys in double figures tonight. You got that secondary scoring that, earlier in the season it would be Braden and Alex Talmadge 1-2, and then maybe 6 points here, 4 points there. Tonight you had, I think, 4 guys in double figures.
Yeah, the first half wasn't the way we wanted it to go, but the second half, man, there was some really impressive efforts on the glass. There was impressive efforts taking care of the ball. We still I feel like we could do a better job defensively, but you got to credit Marion Center as well. But I thought BR at times was in the zone. I'm glad he's on our side. Travis had a really impressive game. Aiden Osterling coming off the bench. Alex is just. I mean, he's so valuable to our team. I thought Jude had a great game. Easton was in foul trouble. We had Bubba and Anderson coming off the bench. It was a true team effort. A lot of guys really contributed to this big W.
Oh, definitely. And I said about Jude, I said, I'm not going to trust the huddle assist if they don't have him anywhere near 13, 14 rebounds, because he was all over the glass tonight, especially the offensive glass, giving you guys second chance opportunities. That was big out of Jude. And taking charges, I feel like the kid wants to take a charge even when the play's at the other end. He's that willing to sacrifice his body for the team.
Yeah, he's a true blue-collar guy, and he really helps set the tone, and I think he's just one of the heartbeats of our team for sure.
Coach, talk a little bit about the Hoops Against Hunger tonight, the benefit night. You guys had some basket raffles going on, some other things to help raise money. Where's the food bank? Is it
the Shannock Valley?
In the Shannock Valley, okay.
Correct.
I didn't hear that. I knew it was a food bank because I heard food bank, but I didn't hear. So Shannock Valley Food Bank, guys raising funds and bringing in.
And I'm sure you'll check on our Facebook page. Nikki Fowler just does, and our whole boosters group, but Nikki Fowler especially has done just an amazing job as our president this year and did so much work to put this together. So we're really blessed to have her and the entire group of the boosters to put something like this together. And I want to also credit Marion Center. They stepped up and their boosters bought them shirts, and it was nice to see us be able to take a picture together.
That was cool.
So it's a neat rivalry, but there's a lot of respect that goes both ways, and it was nice to see them do that, and I appreciate them.
Yeah, that's very cool. And one thing I said on the broadcast is that when there's a benefit, something that this West Shamokin basketball community can do to help the public or help somebody in need, a family in need, or people in need, I really think that this fan base in this school in this area really shows out and does a tremendous job. Not just raising funds, raising awareness, all that stuff. I mean, it's really a community effort here. And like you said tonight about winning, it was a team effort. Well, it's a team effort here for a benefit like Hoops Against Hunger.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're impressed with the turnout. I mean, we put it on Marion Center for a reason because we knew the crowd would be great, and it really was. And we appreciate everybody on both sides, West Shamokin community and Marion Center.
Well, Coach, congratulations.
Thank
Great
you
win
so much.
tonight. And we'll talk to our Phoenix Physical Therapy Rural Valley player of the game, T. Johns. Take that headset there, young man. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Silky baritone voice and a hell of an effort tonight, Travis. I got to say that I've been wanting to give you the player of the game for quite some time now, just to get you up here to have your voice on a microphone so I can hear what it sounds like as you as an announcer, because if anybody's watched our broadcast for the last 3 years, they know that I compliment your singing voice. But, dude, great job tonight. I thought you've kind of been trending toward this kind of an output offensively and defensively, and it kind of all came together for you tonight in a big rivalry game. Just talk about it a little bit.
The whole year I've just been trying to do what needs to be done for my team, and they all have faith in me, so I give all the praise to them for trusting me to make the plays that need to be done. And finally I made a couple moves tonight that let me get to the basket and score, and I had a couple great passes from my teammates that let me get to the bucket. So a lot of thanks to them for helping me get this done tonight.
Hey, don't sell your outside shot short, too. You're knocking down a couple big outside shots. That one that got tipped out to you at the top of the key, that was a big three and a big moment. And I feel like you guys have had that penchant to have big shots and big moments, and it doesn't really matter, or you don't really know who it's always going to come from. It's not always BR. I feel like you guys are deeper this year than you have been in years past, and I think that you're a big part of that. And the way you play defense at the top right there, just really forcing hands in the passing lanes. You're really forcing tips and deflections and steals on your own. Just talk about the defensive part of your game.
We are very defensive heavy this year. Our main goal at the beginning of the year was to ratchet up our defense. We want to have them score as least amount of points as possible, and we practice it a lot. And I take a lot of pride in my defense because at the end of the day, all it really takes is hustle and nothing really other than that. So I just try to do everything I can to get my hands on some touches and force some turnovers.
Well, you did a great job of that, and you've been doing it all year, really. As I said, I've been really impressed with your defense. And tonight, you put up 15 points, the offense to go with it, getting in there, scrapping for boards. I love the mentality that you guys have, and it's translating into the wins this year. You guys are hitting the home stretch here. How's it feel in the locker room? You guys seem to be generally pretty healthy. That's always a good thing at this time of year. How's it feel in the locker room after a win like this?
Oh, it's feeling great. We really wanted to get this one back after dropping them at their place. And, we've been on a really good stretch this year. We've been really fortunate with no injuries, and everyone's been keeping pretty healthy. So we're pretty good in the locker room right now. We're having some fun.
fingers crossed. Final question for you. What did you yell? Was it chopped cheese? Did I hear chopped cheese down there?
Yeah, chopped cheese might have been said.
What is the significance of chopped cheese?
I don't know. It's just a thing going on the internet now, and everyone was screaming it. So I thought
General Oct, the chopped cheese.
I thought I'd get in on the fun. I don't.
Well, it was very loud, and I heard it through my headphones. And I turned, and you were standing up, and I was like, "If that's Travis, I'm asking him when he comes up here." Because I said to Dave at the end before you guys came up, I asked him about the chicken whenever he's leading the.
Oh yeah, the chicken's always nice.
The chicken has been upgraded. You showed me the new chicken. It's very strange looking. I have the picture of you cradling it and talking to it like it's a telephone. But the chopped cheese, I wanted to know. If that was like a team thing or if that was just kind of a fun joke to let off some steam at the end.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Well, I know you're not telling me the truth, but that's okay, Travis. Hey, congratulations, man. Travis Johns, our Phoenix Physical Therapy Roar Valley Player of the Game. Another win for the Wolves tonight as they take care of Marion Center at home. 77-58. Well, that's going to do it for Dave Hartman and myself, Josh Schreckengoss. Dave, any final parting thoughts for the folks?
No, just thanks to everybody that tuned in. Thanks to all the sponsors, and glad to be back. Hopefully get some more games in here before the season's all come to an end.
Dave, the Wolves are getting healthy before playoff time. Hopefully we're getting healthy here before playoff time too, and you're back for the stretch run. That's going to do it here at West Shamokin. The Wolves Den, 77-58, the final score. West Shamokin victorious over Marion Center. For the entire High Top Sports Network team, my name is Josh Schreckengoss, signing off saying stay safe and